Netanyahu just ordered the Israeli military to seize 70% of Gaza. He said it on camera at a conference in the occupied West Bank. The Israeli Prime Minister said, quote, "We are at 50, we moved to 60, my directive is to move to 70. Let's start with that." Someone in the audience then shouted, 100%. Netanyahu didn't push back. He said, first 70, we'll start with that. And this all happened during a ceasefire. Here's what the ceasefire actually agreed. Under the October 2025 deal brokered by the US, Israel was allowed to temporarily control roughly 53% of Gaza behind a demarcation line called the Yellow Line. Israeli forces were supposed to gradually withdraw as Hamas disarmed and an international security force was deployed. But neither of this has happened. Instead, Israel has quietly expanded beyond the Yellow Line to 60%, and the military sent new maps to aid organizations in March earlier this year, showing the expanded territory without any announcement. Al Jazeera counted at least 2,400 Israeli violations of the ceasefire between October and April. Near daily bombings have continued throughout the ceasefire. Think about what 70% means on the ground. 2 million people left with a third of their own land. And let's be clear, Gaza is already a small piece of territory. And that small piece of land that remains, that third of their land, has no clean water. Waste collection has collapsed. Rats, insects are spreading disease, and the population is living in overcrowded tents, damaged buildings, and schools. One Palestinian told international media that a person in Gaza has no safety at all. He could be hit in the street, in the house, in the hospital, on his way to the market. That's not a war zone, that's a cage that Gazans are being forced to live in. So when the Israeli Prime Minister says, we'll start with 70 and then, maybe go to 100, that's obviously not a violation of a ceasefire. That's a Prime Minister announcing on camera that perhaps the ceasefire was never the plan.